Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Master of Olympus Zeus. This is Video Crow reporting to you live from, I guess it's Greece at the moment. Anyways, we're gonna be starting with Zeus and Europa, and here we go. Here's the narrator.
Follow a cow? The priestess from the oracle said to follow a cow? A peculiar command, to be sure, but then the priestess is never wrong. She promised that great things would come to the person who follows her cow until it lays down to sleep, and then builds a city on the spot. This person will be able to achieve something that 4 powerful men failed to achieve, and finally bring Europa back to Greece. The beautiful Europa was abducted years ago by a white bull, and has not been seen since. And thus the priestess's bovine-centric prophecy came to an end. The cow did not choose a very good spot. She fell asleep a short distance from a hideous multi-headed serpent that purportedly belongs to Ares. The monster is always ravenously hungry and eats everything that comes near him. Building a city here won't be easy, but the promised reward is irresistible.
And as you can see, my difficulty is Olympian, that's the highest difficulty. Let me see. Beginner, Mortal, Hero, Titan, Olympian, and that's the highest difficulty, so let's go! Okay, first of all, here's the Ice Bridge. I like to start on this middle island here. That's just the way I've always played this game. Here's the Hydra. Fortunately, it's isolated in this island, so it won't be bothering you too much. But I just got this marble here in the quarry, which you can't harvest yet. After the Hydra's been later removed somehow, I'm not sure how that's gonna happen, but somehow it's gonna be removed, hopefully. Then you can use a marble quarry to mine some of that marble, and you can use it for building temples, which we'll get to later, and also for commerce, selling it to different cities. Here's the world map currently. Knossos is not yet a city, so it's a little dot there. Libya is a trading partner that you won't interact with otherwise. They buy bronze, fleece, sell wood, olives. Argos buys sculpture and wine, sells fleece and olive oil. Theseus is a rival, so you don't want to mess with them too much or they'll invade your city. You can see what they need and produce here, wood and armor, things. Thebes is our own city. Manchestereon is hostile for some reason. They're pretty pissed off at you, and they might invade you if you don't play carefully. Calydon, another ally, buys onions. Marble, like mentioned before, is good for selling if you don't need it. You can only build up to 4 sanctuaries at a time, which are the temples for the gods. Each sanctuary gives you a benefit, but we'll get to that later again, like I said. And here's one Pelion, buys wheat and wine. Anyway, first up we're gonna build a maintenance office, so these buildings don't crumble away. Also, immediately after that, these roadblocks stop wandering villagers from going into areas they're not supposed to go to. There's my Pelion becoming hostile to us. Here's the video. They apparently don't like Video Crow very much. Angry fan mail already, she said, I haven't even started. I have Manchestereon, I'm extremely angry with you. You make videos that suck. Go away. Okay. As you can see, nothing's happening. These are house plots, and nobody's moved in here yet. What I'm doing is adjusting the way. There's popularity. You can see things in here. Popularity, good, food level too low, workers needed, hygiene, unrest, finances, and such, etc.
Word is that there are plenty of jobs here for anyone who wants. A new city, a new home, and maybe a new job. Fortune is smiling upon me.
These are immigrants.
I've heard that there's a cornucopia
they moved
of
to your
food
city
here.
from. I guess there's some immigration center somewhere where all these immigrants keep coming from. Because no matter how many houses you build, it's never enough. There's always gonna be more immigrants who want into your city. Anyways, if you increase the wage rate, people will. Excuse me, I'm tripping on my words. It means that more people are willing to work because you're paying higher wages. I'm building a granary to collect food, store food, and a storehouse to collect any other supplies that we might come across, like fleece, olive oil, building materials like wood and marble, and such and such. Here's an example of a wanderer.
Have you ever seen more solid buildings? Archimedes would be proud.
Yeah, I'm sure he would be. These stop wanderers from going around in places they're not supposed to. Anyway, here we're building a road to the meadow. Remember, every building has to be connected to a road or it won't function. What I like to do is I like to build, let's see how many workers. Oh dear. Let's see, who can I call for help? I need to request some drachmas, because one way you can either surrender, you can either surrender, defeat the enemy invading army with your own military, which I don't have at this point, or bribe them with money. Oh, sorry about that. I'll cut that out in a finished video. I had to look at my desktop for a moment. Oh, we got some olives from Argos. Sometimes your allies send you gifts, like or like olive oil, fleece, or whatever happens to be around. You wanna go ahead and make a storehouse that only accepts wine, because you're gonna need wine later. Trust me on that. It's gonna be important, and you can't get wine anywhere else. They only go olive trees here, and everyone else needs wine. If you ever want to know more, there's relevant help pages. It's like a wiki. You can that has some information. You can click on the question mark at the bottom of the screen when you click on a person.
I'm so hungry. It takes all the joy out of collecting taxes.
You click on this and it tells you something about those people, like walkers and stuff. Oh, I need to forget the maintenance office here. Avenues increase the appeal like boulevards. But boulevards cost more and require 3 blocks of road instead of 2. You can't build agoras on boulevards or avenues, so you have to clear some road for space for them. Oh dear, I'm running out of money. I suppose I shouldn't have built that block over there. Well, I'll just mind my own business for a moment, and hopefully my taxes collected will be enough. Sometimes if you're in debt, which is going to negative drachmas, if you don't get in the positive, people will emigrate, move out of your city, and you lose population, workers, and such. Let's see. Oh, the culture events like the Pythian Games. Sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. I'm not sure how to say this. Pythian Games. Those are events that's for, let's see, actors, culture tab, philosophy, gymnasium, drama, sports, philosophy, and well, acting. I don't really need that olive oil, so let's see if we're gonna butter up one of those friends so they can give us some money to get us out of debt. You can also... Oh, by the way, I'll get back to what those wolves do later on. We should have enough workers after this.
I'll be laconic here. This city is mediocre at best.
Enough workers after this. There's also an autosave feature here. You can make a save there. Oh, here's the clever guy.
How much longer do I have to travel before I reach my destination? And where's Calypso? Who am I, Odysseus?
You can see what they deliver from looking at their names. How much longer do I have to
travel before I reach my destination? And where's Calypso? A
helping hand from Montpellier, excellent. General Montpellier have decided to grant you 1,200 drachmas. I am pleased to be able to help. Here we go, we're back in... At the start of the game, at the end of the adventure, you're gonna have more than enough money to do with anything you want. Like, you could take all taxes down with anarchy or whatever you want, because you'll have so much ridiculous amounts of money. But at the start, you're very susceptible to going into debt, and you need to be careful. Here's he delivers some food into the granary, as we saw.
I can't wait to pick out the finest food for my customers. I wouldn't want them to go hungry.
And she's gonna go in there and get some food for the Agora, which the delivery guy will start moving around these blocks. Now, my way of doing streets is just make 3x4s or 4x4 blocks like this, like the way these two blocks here. I find it to be the most effective way. If you click on a house, it'll tell you what the residents want. These guys are hungry with the huts because they haven't been gotten any food. See, the residents of the home forget the land for food. There's some unrest, so I'm building some watchtowers. They won't help you against any armed forces, but they will calm people down.
Rumor has it that there's a little unrest here, but it's nothing that I can't handle.
Look at the name, Dirty Heracles. I love that. It's one of those little funny things the game makers put in the game. I believe there's a watchman named Robocopicles or something like that also somewhere. I believe I've seen one of those. Now they want some water if the house is to evolve. Let's give them water.
Unrest in the city? Shut your mouth. Things are peaceful here.
Let's expand our production and build a few more wheat farms while we're at it. They must be placed on meadows like you see up there. These purple spots are meadows like I said earlier. You can everything in the husbandry tribe needs to be on meadows except these cottages and dairy buildings. You can place them elsewhere, but you need to put the cattle on the meadows or else nothing will happen.
Have you ever seen more solid buildings? Archimedes would be proud.
Like you see, they're hungry right now, even though the Agora has food in it. Barely any food.
What is it you wanted, Mrs. Pericles? Ah, yes, here you go.
Salandrides. I don't know, is that a typical Greek name, but it just sounds funny to me. Sorry if I'm insulting any Greek people out there with my butchering of how you say your words and just being a general nut. Because he doesn't have enough food, that's an alarm bell. Let's see, 300 drachmas is taxes. You can go up above very high taxes to outrageous taxes, but then people will just get pissed off at you and move out of the city or start committing crimes like mugging each other in the street with a club. I'm not kidding, they really mug each other in the street with a club if they get dissatisfied enough. We could build another farm here. Or 2 farms. The more farms you have, obviously, when a farm has all the employees, all these wheat fields are gonna be sown and planted and collected. But if you build in the middle of the cycle any farms, they're gonna still have some crops, even if they don't have full employees. They're gonna have some crops and they're gonna deliver them to the granary and such. Oh, we're out of food now. 14 food. Let's see. If you click the supplies icon here, you'll see what kind of supplies these are missing. Obviously, we've unlocked food at the moment, but there's 2 more to go, and we'll cover those later. The job is to get a population of 1,000, but you might not want to rush it because then you'll just end up in trouble. Just take your time with this. Trust me, it's easier that way. Calderon needs fleece. I don't have any fleece. 12 months to comply. Maybe I'll have some then. Next wheat harvest is in July.
Just the facts. Rumor has it that there's a little unrest here, but it's nothing that I can't handle.
Here we go. Here's Robocop. Robocop. Not Robocop, but Robocop.
Unrest in the city? Shut your mouth. Things are peaceful here.
Paraibatas. Paraibatas. However you say it. I'm so truly sorry if I butcher how to pronounce these words. I'm just going with what I think how they sound. I don't speak any other language except for Finnish and English, so sorry about that. The one that is more culture venues. The cultures, you know, the philosophy, sports and drama, acting. But we'll get to those later after we have food for everyone, because it's really bad if you lure a lot of people in here and then they move out and you're relying on those people that work in your city. They just move away and you'll be left with thousand unfilled jobs and you'll be stuck lying around. Olympian Games are held every 4 years, and in that city that wins them hosts them. That is, so if you win, you get a bunch of other cities, philosophers, actors, sportsmen, and Olympians visiting. Not Olympians, but more advanced sport people visiting your city. There's actually gymnasium and what is it? Olympic Stadium. There's two sports people they provide, but gymnasium trains the sports people for the I forget my word. I forget. Sorry about that. Next month we'll have more food. As you can see, these houses are devolving, and then we get these guys here.
Thrown out of my home. What did I do to deserve this? I searched high and low, and there's not so much as a hut for me to call home. Not even Diogenes' barrel.
You got a bunch of people moving out of your city, most unfortunately, but here comes the crops, and here come the crops to save the day.
Odysseus? How much longer do I have to travel before I reach my destination? And where's Calypso?
Go, wheelbarrow men! Go, go, go! Save the city with your mighty wheelbarrows of justice and all things right. Oh dear. As you can see, my granary became half full. I think it's safe to expand. Let's build some goats. Yeah, you build goats. You don't buy them from any veterinarian. You from a pet store. You build goats. And we're apparently again in depth. You gotta be really careful when you're starting out, or else you go into depth very easily. Caledon still needs. Nice gains of fleece. After we get some more workers, I'll build some cutting sheds, and we can get some sheep in here to provide fleece. That's actually what we need next to progress in our city, to build to get more people living here, is to get fleece. Also, you might want to build a gymnasium. You'll see those sports guys running around. They provide culture venues, so these houses will evolve now that they have water, sport, and some culture venue access and food.
Unrest in the city? Shut your mouth. Things are peaceful here.
More food is the only panacea to this city's hunger problems.
As you see, we have a whole lot of people moving into the city. And here we go, they evolved into hovels, from shacks into hovels.
this city could be in much better shape.
There's an athlete, one of those culture persons. People. Persons, people. I'm forgetting basic English here.
I'm as vigilant as Argos guarding Io. No wolf is going to get my goat.
These shepherds, they
This city
goat
is
herders
so-so.
and shepherds.
Good enough for a goat, I suppose.
They protect the herd from wolves, which can eat your cattle, goats and sheep, and later cows. Cows we'll get to later. They're not in Zeus, but they're in Poseidon. But these guys will collect milk from these goats, and thus we get more food. That's not dependent on the time of the year. It takes some time for those goats to provide milk, though, to make cheese. Here's some sheeps. Oh dear, I hope I didn't build. Yeah, I'm left with some money, that's good. These won't appeal, these won't evolve because, let's see. That's just gonna evolve until the appeal of the neighborhood increases. As you can see, they have neutral appeal. These commemorative monument increase the appeal as did the
Pick up your
avenues.
side. I'm doing all the work.
I'm doing my best. I'm so hungry.
Well, so
But-
am I. But I'm not complaining.
Now that they're finished bantering with each other. Now, because I'm so low on money, I'm not gonna build any avenues here. I'm just gonna convert my money and hope for taxes to count. In the meantime, I hope. Calendar needs please. Yet I don't have any fleas to give them yet. I thought I would have had enough time, but apparently not. Oh well, it's just gonna decrease what they think of me. But we can fix that later. Oh, we have 500 people in the city. Halfway there. Here comes some cheese. Cheese to the rescue.
Just the facts. Rumor has it that there's a little unrest here, but it's nothing that I can't handle.
Here come the wheelbarrows of justice again. And the race is on. Which one of these two ladies is gonna make it first? Ooh, the upper one wins by a landslide. Thinking apparently is not our city's strong suit. Are you saying I'm a bad thinker? Well, I wouldn't argue with that. I'm not the brightest pencil in the box, but I don't think I'm stupid or anything. Here comes the wheat
Who am I,
harvest.
Odysseus? How much longer do I have to travel before I reach my destination?
Now that we
And
got
where's Calypso?
We got their food production to a reasonably good level. Since their quarters are not empty, barely.
Who am I,
We have some
Odysseus?
wheat coming
How
in.
much longer do I have to travel before I reach my destination? And where's Calypso?
Now the granary is nearly full. 25 wheat, that's gonna fill both of those. One wheat here equals 100 in the agora. Or yeah. So 25 wheat is 2.5 thousand food when taken into agoras. It's gonna last me. Plus cheese is on its way. Here's some
Who am
scales
I,
of fleece.
Odysseus? How much longer do I have to travel before I reach my destination? And where's Calypso?
They have a fixation with transporting everything with wheelbarrows here. They don't do that for marble or wood or bronze. Actually, they do that for bronze, but wood or marble they transport with oxes or elephants. Obviously, it's very in Greece. I don't know if there are any. I don't think there are any elephants in Greece. If I really don't know much about Greece. I'm just kidding. I don't know, but I don't think there are any elephants there. That would be silly. They occasionally wander in to fill these. They usually let like 100 or 200 or 500 go before they fill it. Then comes more cheese. See, we've got the food production to a good level. Each one of these assistants carries 100
So
food.
the vendor was like, hurry up with those goods. And I was like, whatever. The vendor's such a dork.
And you probably didn't hear that because of my mic, but some yahoo shot a firework in the outside and made a lot of noise. Where do these people get these fireworks this time of year? They're not for sale for another 4 months or so. 4 months, a few weeks. I don't know. Dispatching goods late will not get you. Yeah, like you see, they don't record you as highly as they did before, but on the plus side, they at least they don't lose that much. I hope in you. Libya is buying fleas. I think it's time we make our first port of call for trading. Actually, let me think. I'm clearing some way for the port, as you can see here, and we're gonna be selling some fleece for them. Just 2 at a time, because we don't have that much of an influx of fleece. Every now and then a trade ship from Libya will come sailing in through this river here, this nice looking river here, and port at this pier, buy the fleece, give me money, and get out. We'll talk to the traders, but they don't have much to say. But trading is essential in this game, otherwise you're gonna run out of money. You can only do so much with playing with taxes and wages and such, but if and when you have overabundance or something and somebody wants to buy, for example Mount Plain wants to buy wheat, 24 wheat and marble and such and such. It's important, and if you don't trade, you're one, gonna run out of money. 2, you're gonna be stuck with your storehouses getting filled to the brim with useless stuff you don't need. Like literally, later game, you're gonna have like 10 storehouses filled with marble because you're not gonna use all that marble, and you don't. No. Strongest and fastest system will sooner make our goal is to be for the cheapest price of the fresh celery reef crown. That's one of the as you can see, affiliate is not bad. And if you look at the culture tabs, the question, the magnifying glass, it's going to tell you how good you are at the odds you have at winning. If you win, you get a commemorative monument in your city, which increases appeal very much by people, for people living close to it. Some cheese! Cheese for everyone! Sorry, I couldn't resist making that joke. It's probably done to death by people on YouTube and other ways. Oh! I think it's time to make a trading post for Mount Pelia.
It was a pleasure doing business with you. I hope Aeolus guides us home.
If it's a land trading post, a caravan will occasionally wander by your city that will sell these guys some stuff. Each caravan trader ships buy 12 at a time, I believe, and caravan traders buy 8 at a time. And because we have so much food right now, I'm gonna be selling some wheat to Mount Pelion. At first you're gonna have to balance how much you sell this stuff, but later you can just sell like 12 at a time. If you sell too much, you're not gonna have any supplies for your own city. Look, we're already at 736 people, but we're so low on money. They lost. Shame. They'll have more chances in the future. We can sell 4 at a time now that we have this much fleece line. And here's another ship.
Greetings! You'll be thrilled when you see what I have to trade with you.
And we're back in positive drachmas. At the start of the game, you're gonna be bouncing out of debt and being fine all the time. Oh, as you get more advanced houses, you're gonna get military. This rebel squads are guys who throw stones at the enemy. I like to commence what I call Operation Meat Shield with them. I put the more advanced soldiers from the side, and these guys just take all the damage. I call it Operation Meat Shield. Let's increase that to 12. There comes the trader. There's another trader. See where we're minus, now we're back in plus.
Have you ever seen back and forth, I'm beginning to feel like
see, they both ate wheat. Another carting shed. Another dairy. With that too. I'll increase goats when I get some more money. There are ways to increase. Okay, one more thing about trading. There's a limit of how much stuff these people will buy. It resets every year, like they paid 24 fleas, and after that they're not gonna buy any, no matter how much you have to sell for that year. So it's a limited way to get rid of stuff. Another way is gifting it to allies to increase the appeal of what they have to you. And also, I forget what I was gonna say actually. There's limit. Each dairy and carting shed increases the limit by a literal amount of sheep and goats that you can have. Yeah, then they hold. That's why they like this guy is holding 500 fleas, and they're just delivering it away as slow, as fast as they. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna remember what I was gonna say about trading. There are ways to increase the amount of merchants that come into your city, but we'll cover those later in in later adventures. We might cover them in this adventure. Our gods worshipped in your city are friendly gods that might appear from time to time and chat with you. And unfriendly gods are gods that are not on your side, and they might do something unpleasant. Like invade your city or sick a monster on you. Now here's an interesting bit. Even though if you remember in the start, it says the Hydra is Ares' monster. Ares is listed as a friendly god, and they don't say he's unleashed a monster in the city, so I don't know what's up with that. I think they had a boo-boo in designing the game, or that they just felt like being a Hydra the first month, you see. He's still there, locked in his little enclosure. Come to Thebes, see the world-famous Hydra in its natural habitat. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, for only 9.99 drachmas. I don't know what the unit is after it's more than a drachma. I'm gonna do that with money. Or actually, I don't mean I'm bad with money like spending or hanging on to it, but I'm bad knowing what's the small unit of money. This happens from time to time. It's truly a golden time in the city. The people are very happy. Sure, the dogs will remember this special time. You're gonna build a commemorative monument. Let's put one here. See? It lights up more appealing in these. That's good. And we don't have any actors, so we can't go to the Pythian Games. Here comes some more meat. How about if we make a fleece vendor here, so we can fleece is the second thing. If you look at the second box, it says it's blinking red with fleece. That means that fleece is the second thing you're gonna want. And those houses evolve because we increase the appeal with avenues.
I bet Mount Olympus isn't as nice as this city.
Here comes some more cheese. You know, I wonder how tired these guys are of eating stuff baked from wheat and cheese. Doesn't sound like a very healthy diet to me. But what do I know? I'm no nutritionist. And these houses are all into homestead with fleece. As you can see, we have room for more people. And they want more culture venues. So how about put a college here? Always remember a maintenance office nearby, or buildings will crumble or catch on fire. And we put a podium here. A nice little spot for it. These guys want more culture when you used to evolve. This tells you how much approximately you have food to provide for how many people, and how much stored food you have at this rate of consumption. I believe it goes something like that. These guys generally complain if you talk to them with the wheelbarrows.
This city is in the best shape, and you look marvelous too.
The more people you have in your living in more advanced houses, the more soldiers you have. So you don't have to necessarily pay the enemy to back off. You can kill their soldiers and they go away. After taking a certain amount of losses, they do bugger off, but so they won't fight to the last man. Or woman in the Atlanteans case, but we'll get to that later, like I said. I believe we might finish up this episode soon enough. Getting pretty close to the limit there. Let's make a save, so that I can continue this next time from this episode. Requests go away if you beat the scenario in time. I'm hoping, yeah, we should have more than enough to complete the scenario. Come on, immigrants, move faster! Faster, I say! Faster! One immigrant does not match one person, by the way, so you don't have to wait for 1,000 people to march into a city. They move in families. I don't know how many each family does, but still, that's all. It checks once every time the month changes your goal to the objective. So if you beat the level and well, the Olympic Games, if you beat the level and it doesn't show up your victory thing for a while, that just means that the month hasn't changed. Usually when the month changes, it rechecks your victory condition, and then you will be victorious if you complete it.
I'm off to the games. Soon, everyone will know just how smart I am.
Yes, they will.
I'm going to the games. I can't wait to vanquish my opponents.
Birdagoras. Interesting name. Okay, and with that I believe we're nearly out. Well, 4 more people. And it's a wrap. See you all next time. Narrator, take it away.
Under your leadership, Thebes is beginning to thrive. Yet the multi-headed menace still plagues the land, and the city will never be truly great as long as it counts the monster as one of its residents.
See you guys next time on Let's Play Master of Olympus Zeus.